Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Talking Recruiting here on Friday Nights in Carolina. Tonight we're joined by class of 2021. He's a linebacker and a punter, Colby Pruitt from North Gaston High School. Man, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Colby, talk about how the recruiting process has been for you, and who are some of the schools that are showing interest in you currently?
All right. This year, the recruiting process has obviously been a little off from normal years. I mean, just because all the distancing and, the virus going around. So, I mean, everything's been a little off. But, some of the camps I was planning on going to, they've got canceled or moved. So, I mean, whenever you look at it from that aspect, everything's kind of changed. But, I got a few colleges that are showing interest in me, and they're pretty good opportunities.
How has the COVID-19 pandemic affected your recruiting?
Well, like I was saying, a lot of the camps I had already signed up to go to, they were either canceled or they're not having any students on the campus or anything like that. So when you look at it like that, some of the opportunities that could have been real good and helpful for the recruiting process, they're kind of taken away from you. But I don't plan on letting it stop me at all. So.
Right, absolutely. For everybody out there listening, coaches, fans, and just people in general, describe yourself in your game.
Well, I'd say the most important thing is just try to lead everybody around you. It's not a solo sport. You got to have a whole team with you. So I would say one of my best qualities on and off the field is just making sure we stay together as a team. Because, I mean, if we're not all on the same page, especially on defense, if we're not all on the same page, and there's going to be an opening somewhere, and then that's a perfect place to score. Right. And, it's really important for everybody to stay as a team. So, I mean, I'd say that's one of my big qualities of being able to keep everybody together.
A very important one, nevertheless. All week as I was preparing for this, I watched the tape. And one thing I really took away from you and your performances is just how disciplined you are, and you're just a hard-nosed football player. Do you feel like you've kind of flown under the radar because the tape doesn't lie? You have such impressive performances. Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, you can't really worry about that in the long run. I mean, you really just got to focus about what you're doing right now, and you got to take it, especially with the recruiting process. You just got to take it one day at a time. I mean, you can't rush anything. Overall, it does feel a little different just because of especially because of our record. That's not the best tip, but I do feel like, especially with recruiting, especially during this time, you just got to take it one day at a time. And, I would say in some cases it feels a little harder some days, but, you just got to keep going, work every day.
Talk about the season's team here at North Gaston. Who are some of the younger guys to keep an eye on? What are the expectations for this season?
All right. My expectations for this season are to prove everybody wrong. Some people see us as a threat, and some people just see us as the same North Gaston we've been in the previous years. And we're going to change this year. My biggest expectation is just to prove everybody wrong. Definitely for some upcoming players to look for, Antoine. He's been working every day. He's been grinding. Brian Coley, he's been working. He's been to the workouts. He's been to, he's been to the field. He's been working his routes. I'd say definitely just look out for all of North Gaston this year.
Okay. Very cool. Colby, final question. We're going to let you go. What are some of your personal goals for the upcoming season?
My personal goal for this season, originally going in, I was hoping to get at least 100 tackles and put up some real hard-hitting performances. My main goal would probably be to just have, just 100%, never back down. Last year, especially on some of the games, towards the end, just kind of getting a little tired every now and then. And my goal for this year is just work on the stamina, keep hitting hard every play, and even when it feels like you're about to die, just push through, and the conditioning, and just keep going and working every day. And then I feel like if we do that, then especially I'll have a much better season this year, even over last year.
Well, Colby, thank you so much for joining tonight. We really appreciate you taking the time. Can't wait to see what you and North Gaston have in store for us. And once again, guys, this is class of 2021 linebacker, and he's a punter, Colby Pruitt from North Gaston High School. Coaches, take notice. This guy is an absolute baller. Colby, thank you for joining the show tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Take care.
Yes, sir.